of your online lessons, and today's date is the 13th-07-2020, and we are going to do our 5 times table again, which is super easy because you all did so well in your maths test last week Friday. So there's my big giant 5, and what you need for today is your whiteboard marker and your white homework book. So let's have a look at this. Again, we're just going to be counting in 5s for me, just to get those brains all warmed up, so that we can do our times tables, because remember, times tables is counting in that number. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Right, we will only go up to 60 because that is 12 times 5 is 60. But as you can see, the times tables can go a lot longer, because I can say what is 13 times 5. Then you would tell me 13 times 5 is 65. I can say what is 14 times 5, that's 70. 15 times 5, 75. 16 times 5 is 80. So you see, the times tables do go higher than 12, but at schools we like to just go up to 12. So now that you've practiced counting in 5s, one more time out loud, count in 5s up to 60 for me, and then we can get started. Excellent. So, again, you can use your fingers to do the 5 times tables like we did last week. Your fingers are your groups. So 1 group of 5 is 5, 2 groups of 5 is 10, 3 groups of 5 is 15, 4 groups of 5 is 20, 5 groups of 5 is 25, 6 groups of 5 is 30, 7 groups of 5 is 35, 8 groups of 5 is 40, 9 groups of 5 is 45, 10 groups of 5 is 50. So you've always got your fingers there to help you if you need. Okay, so now we are going to say our times tables. Let's listen to this video.
Monster Math presents Counting to 10. Okay, class, let's count these munchkins.
It's the 5 times table this time. Get ready to start with 1 times 5 is 5. Here we go. 1 times 5 is 5. 2 times 5 is 10. 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 5 is 20. 5 times 5 is 25. 6 times 5 is 30. 7 times 5 is 35. 8 times 5 is 40. 9 times 5 is 45. 10 times 5 is 50. 11 times 5 is 55. 12 times 5 is 60. Yeah! Let's do it again. 1 times 5 is 5. 2 times 5 is 10. 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 5 is 20. 5 times 5 is 25. 6 times 5 is 30. 7 times 5 is 35. 8 times 5 is 40. 9 times 5 is 45. 10 times 5 is 50. 11 times 5 is 55. 12 times 5 is 60. Yeah! Can you go a bit faster? Yes, you can. 1 times 5 is 5. 2 times 5 is 10. 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 5 is 20. 5 times 5 is 25. 6 times 5 is 30. 7 times 5 is 35. 8 times 5 is 40. 9 times 5 is 45. 10 times 5 is 50. 11 times 5 is 55. 12 times 5 is 60. Yeah! Ready to go even faster? Oh, yes. 1 times 5 is 5. 2 times 5 is 10. 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 5 is 20. 5 times 5 is 25. 6 times 5 is 30. 7 times 5 is 35. 8 times 5 is 40. 9 times 5 is 45. 10 times 5 is 50. 11 times 5 is 55. 12 times 5 is 60. Yeah! Brilliant, Agent. Keep on practicing.
Alright, that was some good fun. Okay, so now for your work today, so it's in your white homework book. You're going to complete page 56. Remember, we did this as a test for the 3 times table, so it's easy. It's just counting in 5 grade 2s. Even though they look a little bit different, all it is counting in 5s. So here at the top, you are just going to fill in the number line, 0, 5, what comes next. Carry on counting in 5s till the end. Then we're going to do multiplication times table. It's times 5, so it's 3 times 5. Hold up 3 fingers and count in 5s. 8 times 5. Hold up 8 fingers and count in 5s. Then it's 7 times 5. 5 times 5. 2 times 5. 9 times 5. So you just carry on saying your times tables normally. Now we're going to fill in the missing numbers or the missing factors. So again, boys and girls, we did this in our white homework book last week as well. 10 times what is 50? So you can count in 5s till you get to 50 and then see how many fingers you're holding. That would be your answer. Okay, 5 times what is 45? Again, counting in 5s on your fingers and then see how many fingers you have up when you hear the number. And now for the crocky signs, boys and girls, you need to work out the sum first and then see which side is bigger. So 5 times 4, how much is 5 times 4? It is 20. So now which side is bigger, 20 or 25? 25. So we're going to put our crocky sign facing the 25. So remember, first work out your sum, then fill in the crocky sign. Okay, now we have a wheel, exactly the same. 5 times 8, 5 times 2, 5 times 9, they've done one for you, 5 times 3, and you put the answer 15 on the outside. So it's all just the times tables, just looking slightly different. So don't get worked up. Take a deep breath, count in 5s, and answer it. Send us a picture of your work. Have fun, and I'll see you tomorrow for some more capacity. Bye.